truck's brakes fail. It is about to crash into the old president who is inspecting the construction site. In that moment, a construction worker throws down the heavy slab on his shoulder. He rushes forward to stop the speeding truck. To repay this lifesaver, the old president immediately decides to marry his 28-year-old granddaughter. In no time, they get their marriage certificate. The man, filled with gratitude, drives his van to take his wife to work. Unexpectedly, he sees a Porsche parked downstairs when he gets out. Instantly, he feels inferior about his financial situation. His wife comforts him, saying, all of this will belong to him in the future. The man smiles, unaware that the owner of the Porsche is his wife. That day, his wife goes to meet a rich second-generation heir for business. Unbeknownst to her, the heir has other intentions. He puts drugs in her tea. Fortunately, the wife manages to stay awake and calls her husband. Upon learning this, the man rushes to the heir's office. He kicks away the heir who attempts to insult his wife. Then he quickly takes his nearly unconscious wife to the hospital. Soon after, the wife wakes up. The old president arrives at the hospital. Learning that the man has saved his granddaughter again, his trust in the man strengthens. Hearing that the couple has registered their marriage but hasn't moved in together, the old president eagerly wants to embrace his granddaughter, so he tells her to move in with the man. However, as they arrive at the man's building, the wife realizes he lives on the 6th floor, and there's no elevator in the building. She considers calling a moving company for her luggage, but he laughs and says it's unnecessary. Then he shoulders her 1,000-kilogram luggage, smilingly invites her upstairs. They spend a sweet time together, although at first, the wife agreed to marry him to obey her grandfather. Over time, she gradually falls in love with this considerate man. Just when they think they can live happily, unexpected troubles arise. The wife secretly promotes the man to work in her company, claiming she's just an ordinary employee. One day, the rich second-generation heir comes to apologize to the wife. She ruthlessly rejects him, threatening to send him to prison. The heir, furious, learns the man works at her company and starts to take revenge, bribing the man's direct supervisor. The next day, as the man arrives at work, he is seized by his supervisor's men, accused of stealing a $1 million watch. The man defends that he didn't steal, but the supervisor orders his men to strip him for inspection. Enraged, the man breaks free, claiming he can undress himself to prove his innocence. He takes off his jacket and pants, showing he doesn't have the supervisor's watch, but the supervisor commands his subordinates to strip him completely, and humiliates him, calling him an old bachelor, a lifelong failure. Just as the supervisor's men are about to force the man to kneel and apologize, his presidential wife finally arrives downstairs, and loudly stops their actions.